Happy Tuesday, everyone. So, let's see, what's my low, my high, my act of kindness? Okay, so actually, my low, my high, my act of kindness all happened within like the span of an hour of each other. It was really cool because I was because it was really just supposed to be my dad and I yesterday afternoon because we were just gonna like hang out because I always hang out with my dad on Mondays. But like out of the blue, I wound up being pleasantly surprised by the fact that my brother, his wife, and my 3 nephews all came over to visit. So that's my high. And then I went to play in the pool, and I didn't have a suit on me, so I couldn't go in. But we're all having fun. But my low comes from the fact that we had to cut the fun short because it started raining. Like, we heard thunder. Like, okay, we hear thunder. We gotta get out of the pool. We gotta go. And, like, stay inside. And it got to the point where it was raining so incredibly hard that we're all waiting in the garage for the rain to die down in order for my brother to run over to his car, pull his car up to the garage, and then we can safely put the boys into their car seats, and then they can simply drive away. So, and pretty obvious, my act of kindness was helping make sure, the boys were safe. Actually, the boys are actually, especially the twins, they're getting to that age where they start to remember some of the things that make them laugh or make them react in a certain way. Like, one of them is actually really ticklish at his feet. And so we tried to make like, sort of like a fort out of pillows on the couch. And he couldn't like tuck his feet into him covering himself up the way he was. So he's really ticklish at his feet, so I'm like, shh, shh, shh. And then and what's really funny because he's clearly looking at my dad, because that really is something that my dad would do, but my dad clearly isn't doing it. I am. So that was actually really funny. Let's see, what else happened? My parents have like a whole bunch of baby toys for the kids at their place. So after we got inside because of the rain, the kids were just having a ball. Actually, quite literally, they were playing with a ball. They have like toy cars and toy trucks. There's one toy, I have no idea what it's called, but it's like the sort of thing where like it's sort of like a long rod or stick with like a curly Q going down it, and you put like a ring on it, and it's like and like sort of like spirals down. It's actually really cool. I have no idea what it's called. It's just a really cool looking toy. So that was it was a nice evening. I mean, I really wasn't expecting to see my nephews until later. So the fact I got to see them at all was a very pleasant surprise. And I can't wait to see them, later on this week. Actually, it only just occurred to me like yesterday, but next weekend is Labor Day weekend. And I mean, I've talked about this plenty of times in the past, but as you all know, this time of year, I really always dreaded just because I hated going to school. Summer was almost over. Like, I hated that. But it just occurred to me, like, wait, I don't have to worry about that anymore. I know that some schools have already started, and some students have already started college as well. I already know that's a thing. So I was gonna wait and do. I'm gonna do my first day of school address. Actually, a week from tomorrow, because that's usually, because at least back when I was growing up, school always started on Wednesday, which was nice. Actually, I always dreaded going back to school, but as soon as school started, like, there was sort of like a sense of ease, I guess. Like, you know, when you're dreading something, but as soon as you start it and everything's already like in full swing, you're not so worried about it anymore. I know there's a term for that. I can't think of what it is. I'm sorry. But that happened. Actually, the things that did happen yesterday, there is one thing I do need to talk about. And I've known about this for a while, but I really want to talk about it now is, you know, I kept seeing more and more trailers for this, but weird. If you don't know what I'm talking about, you know, there is a musician who goes by Al Yankovic. His stage name is Weird Al Yankovic. He is the go-to master of parodying songs. Like, for example, like My Sharona. And what he would do is my Bologna, like that, right? Or the song "I Love Rock and Roll" by Joan Jett. Weird Al that "I Love Rocky Road." You see, they're parodying songs. Like this morning, literally like about 20 minutes before I started recording, I got to look at the trailer for that movie, and I gotta say, it looks good. I mean, yeah, it's a movie about, you know, the life and times of a musician. There's been lots of movies about that. I mean, Bohemian Rhapsody, they did it for Queen, specifically Freddie Mercury. Rocket Man, Elton John, that's a great movie as well. I mean, I know a lot of people didn't really care for Bohemian Rhapsody, but I like Bohemian Rhapsody. I mean, I guess they didn't like the framing and pacing of that movie, I think is what it was they didn't like. I really liked it. Not to mention, Rami Malek deserved that Oscar playing Freddie Mercury. He did. Although, speaking of people who should have won Oscars, I still think Taron Egerton should have gotten nominated for an Oscar for playing Elton John. But again, that's just me. So, what do I feel about this upcoming movie? Well, right off the bat, I can already tell you this movie has three things going for it. Right out, I mean, I haven't even seen the movie yet. It's not going to come out until like November. But I can tell you it has a few really important things going for it. I mean, foremost, the source material. I mean, I know the idea of simply parodying songs seems kind of silly, but at the time that Weird Al Yankovic did it, it was revolutionary. To some degree, it still is. So, basically, you know, the soundtrack already sounds amazing. So, definitely, you know, the person in question, or the music, and specifically the soundtrack. Another thing it has going for it is they really wanted to take an opportunity to really, I mean, again, it's the title of the movie is called Weird. Therefore, you should be seeing some pretty weird things. And if you watch the trailer, believe me when I tell you, weird is all you see in that trailer. And I mean that in the best possible way. So I'm pretty sure anyone who goes and watches this movie, they're going to be getting their money's worth. If they are looking for, you know, the literal definition of weird. Now, I know I can't talk about things this movie has going for without talking about the lead. They got none other than Daniel Radcliffe, yeah, Harry Potter himself, to play Al Yankovic. That is probably some of the most perfect casting I've seen for any movie character in years. In fact, I can make a case that's probably better casting than casting Daniel Radcliffe as Harry Potter. That's how good this casting is. Not to mention, I mean, yeah, Al Yankovic, he's not British, obviously. He's Canadian. I think he's Canadian. I probably just got that horribly wrong. I'm so sorry. But the point is, like, sometimes if a British person is playing a non-British character, there's some risk of, hearing the British accent in that character. I don't get that at all. I mean, Daniel Radcliffe has always been a fantastic actor. In this day, Philosopher's Stone, you can make a case that, was probably one of his weaker performances. But that's really more in doing with the fact that, he's he was a child actor at that time. Now, having been acting for a really long time now, like, seriously, Daniel Radcliffe is my age. When Sorcerer's Stone came out, he was my age. So I can tell you for a fact that, in a way, between the Harry Potter movies and every other movie he's ever been in, even when he had, like, a bit role in the movie Trainwreck, he was still really good. So, needless to say, having Daniel Radcliffe play Weird Al Yankovic, yeah, that's perfect casting. And if you don't believe me, Al Yankovic himself actually signed off on that. Oh yeah, that's another thing this movie has going for it. I mean, it's easy to make a movie about a famous person. Anyone can do that. But if you want to make that movie good, you gotta go to the source. You have to go to that person himself, and that person can tell you, okay, this is my life, this is what happened, like the who, what, when, where, and why, how it all happened. You're getting the real deal from the source himself. And you're not going to get anything better than... And Weird Al Yankovic, even though his name may sound slightly off-putting because weird isn't really everyone's cup of tea, he's also known to be a very honest and caring person. So if Weird Al Yankovic doesn't like something, he'd let you know. And, I haven't seen anyone say otherwise. I mean, any fanboys and fangirls out there, and they'll know what I'm talking about, we all rejoiced when he got a star on the Hollywood Walk of Fame. That's actually another thing, too, because a lot of fanboys and fangirls know about Weird Al Yankovic's life, and they know about, like, some of the important moments and cornerstones of his life. So I guess at this point, you could really speculate, what the movie's going to show. I mean, I doubt they would ever do anything crazy like show a scene in the movie where, actually, okay, I know for a fact they wouldn't do this, but hear me out. Because Weird Al Yankovic was the season 7 finale of Hot Ones. Daniel Radcliffe has also been on Hot Ones. I do believe he was the season finale of season 11. Like, this was like the first season that took place during the pandemic. How funny would it be if during the movie, like maybe it was like a post-credit scene or something, where it shows Daniel Radcliffe playing Weird Al in Weird Al's episode of Hot Ones. That'd be really funny, because one of the most iconic moments, probably in all of Hot Ones history, at least for me, is whenever they're doing the last dab, Sean Evans is like, you don't have to if you don't want to. And then Weird Al so eloquently said, why would I want that? Daniel Radcliffe saying that, talking like Weird Al, that'd be hilarious. In a way, it would kind of bring, seriously, that'd be the most full circle thing involving Hot Ones probably in the history of entertainment. So, I really hope the movie's good. I really hope that, this movie is really, really, really good. It's definitely looking as if, all the pieces are in place. Right down to the fact that Daniel Radcliffe taught himself how to play the accordion. Oh yeah. When I say it's weird in the best possible way. The only other thing I could really speculate is what songs we're going to be hearing in the movie. I mean, earlier I just gave 2 of them away, but there's a lot of songs you could do. Like Everything You Know Is Wrong, The Saga Begins, which was a parody of Episode 1, The Phantom Menace. Another thing, here's the thing, Weird Al really has grown a lot in popularity in the last, I'd say 5-10 years, especially, to the point where, Disney Channel made a show where he was the star. It was called Milo Murphy's Law, and Weird Al did the opening theme song for that. Ooh, actually, because the theme song is called It's My World and We're All Living In it. I'll put a link in the description down below, as well as the trailer, obviously. I think a really cool way to end the movie, at least for me, would be if because they're going to play some of the songs during the end credits of the movie. They'd have to. It's My World and We're All Living In It would be a great, Weird Al Yankovic movie end credits song. Think about it. Man, I hope I wind up liking this movie. Just like I hope you wind up liking this video. And if you do, leave a like and subscribe to my YouTube channel. It would do my YouTube channel greatly. Follow me on social media. As always, I am very humble I made this video for all of you guys who watch and enjoy for today. I hope you have a wonderful, wonderful, wonderful Tuesday. And remember, if you guys want to talk or chat, I'm always going to be here in London, and I'll always be back. Take care and make good choices. 607 all day, baby.